The rate of crime in the site today is on the also it's on increase, and it is not ghosts that execute these crimes. Human beings like us that can be traced to the fact that something is wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
Something is wrong somewhere.
Yes.
In terms of child upbringing. But before we go into double into that, what do you really mean when we say child involvement in crime? Do children involve in crime?
I hope, is that really a question?
Oh, no, it's
Of course, juvenile crime, yes.
Okay.
The children that are less than 18 years old. If you even notice, the crime rates on that juvenile crime rate is on a height, it's on the increase right now, all right? And it's alarming. There are different circumstances, all right, that makes people go into crime, people generally, and of course children are people, they are humans as well. That they are children does not mean that at times they don't feel what the average person feels, what adults feel. So children undergo a lot of pressure. They also have reasons why they go into crime. Yes, children go into crime. Juvenile crimes is on an increase, like I have said, and let's look at our environment. Okay. Let's look at Nigeria. First of all, what are the things that, these circumstances that lead people, our children, into crime? Poverty.
Okay.
Neglect. What did I say? Poverty.
Poverty. Okay.
Neglect. All right. Low self-esteem.
Okay.
Low self-esteem can be caused by so many things, either because they dropped out of school, because their parents are so poor, they are not able to meet up, doing what their mates do, their friends do, their schoolmates, classmates do. We have alcohol and drug abuse, and the frustration of poverty also makes children, get themselves involved in drinking, into alcohol. Then of course, by the time they start drinking and taking alcohol, you know what that means. If they can be involved in alcohol, in no time they get into drugs. So poverty, let me start from there. That's my focus for today, because there's poverty in the land right now in the country. It's sad, but it is the truth. Okay, things are hard. Parents are not forthcoming. It's not because they are not trying. It is because they are trying, but it's as if they are trying, but yet it's as if they are not trying, because things are not working out. The salaries are not, for those that even have the jobs. There are no jobs to start with, for starters. Then for those that even have these jobs, for them to be paid is a challenge. Parents are under so much pressure, running helter-skelter to ensure that they put their house in order, to ensure that they provide for their home, they provide for their children, that the home front is okay. But no, small-scale businesses are not striving. All right? They are almost, it's almost a thing of the past for you to have a small business. Even those that are still in business, these small-scale businesses, they are struggling so hard. They are packing up every day, folding up every day, because they cannot cope. To start with, they even if for those that have struggled to even get small capital to start up, whatever it is that they are doing, let's say like a small little business center, and before you know it, there's no light. When there is no light, they have to go looking for money to buy fuel. The price of fuel, diesel, and all that. And they have to definitely get a generator to power, to be able to power the for those that, like I said, the instance of business center, to have light, or any other light businesses that are related to using power and all that. So where do they get this money? And it's not as if the profits comes in as much as the expenditures that is spent on this business and all that. So it's really rather frustrating. So by the time it is that frustrating and they get home, they cannot afford to provide for these children and juveniles, like I said, and then they see their contemporaries outside, probably that the parents of those ones are a little bit better, well-to-do, much more than their parents. They will feel bad. They will feel bad, they will be frustrated, and it will want to, like, okay, again, this the one of these crimes is this cyber crime is on the increase, which we call Yahoo, Yahoo and Yahoo Plus. The plus in it signifies that is that there's a lot of rituals. You know, that's why you hear kidnapping, missing people on a daily basis. You come, you meet a body by the roadside. Some parts of the body have been taken away, you know, and all that. People use them for ritual purpose to make quick money, to get rich quick. And the age of these people that do that, the most common age are these juveniles between less than 18 years, of course, and above. It doesn't mean that the ones that are not, there are adults too that are involved in it, because even you will get to the fact that it's very, very offensive to hear that a child in a secondary school is involved, killing, taking a life. A secondary school child taking a life. From where? Where did he develop that kind of mind to be able to take a life?
So where do you develop it when the parents don't even do that?
That's what I'm saying. But of course, in the absence of their parents being able to provide, they go out there, they meet other, maybe some bad gang, people to influence them.
Are you not saying children that come from poor background? Okay, should I say poor background in quotes? Don't likely to behave well in the society.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
It
depends on the parents.
It has to do with upbringing. We have talked about this, yes, over and over. That has to do with upbringing.
Okay. Actually, you're looking at poverty can make a child, when the parent cannot provide for the child, they make the child to involve in crime.
Yes. Also, that does not mean that the children of the wealthy, the too, don't involve in such crimes.
Okay.
There are at times, just because of the people they have associated themselves with out there. Okay. So that can just lead them, not that their parents do not have, probably just out of greed, just because maybe they just want to belong to a particular circle.
They call that side of people kleptomania, people that have money.
That's even that's even another aspect of it. Okay. Some of them, just because they want to be in a particular clique, they just go out of their way, even upon the fact that their parents provide for them. They join a particular gang or group and begin to get involved in crime and all that. So that also happens.
So in this now that this happened, would you advise parents not to put to bed to a number of children they cannot control, so that they will not end up having children they will not be able to cater for?
But hope, that's one of my messages. One of the messages I preach here on a daily basis, or everywhere I go, is bring up the number of children you can
take care of.
Oh yes, it's not a time to just by chance give birth to children and just be saying that their children are a blessing from God. They came, we can't stop it. No, you can do something about it. You're actually meant to plan the number of children with your spouse that you intend to have, and plan it and then bring them up. Have them 1, 2, 3 as you can take care of, cater for them and have them, not just by chance.
So now one of the things you just said is poverty.
Yes.
Because you're looking at the topic, preventing your child involvement in crime. Poverty from the side of the parent, not being able to cater for the children, can make the children to be involved in crime.
Oh, a lot.
But the situation where the child steals, we've seen a child stealing, maybe a child steal and lie. We've seen that happening in homes.
Yes, it does.
Would you say it's because of poverty that makes the child to steal?
Not necessarily.
Because the child that people go to the pot and remove meat and eat. These are
just like you said, kleptomaniacs. No, not necessarily.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with poverty.
Okay, that one is.
That one is just
blood. Is the blood?
Well, at times, yes. I think it's hereditary. I think it's hereditary, one, and other times not necessarily. Other times just because, when children go out there, when they go to school, they learn a lot of behavior.
Okay.
From their schoolmates.
Okay. Are there other things? You made mention one, poverty. Are there other ways of preventing?
Yes, neglect.
Neglect. Okay.
Yes, when you neglect your child, like I said, it's not just particular to poor people. Yes, poverty. Poverty, yes, is a major factor. Then when you neglect your child, there are people that are well-to-do, but because of negligence, their children go out there.
What is the context of negligence you're talking about?
You have a child, all right, and it is your duty to have a roof over the head of that child, to provide shelter for that child. It is the duty of the parents to clothe that child. It is the duty of the parents to ensure that child is in school, gets educated, all right. It is the duty of the parents to nurture the child, from
Okay.
from infant, from birth. Begin to nurture the child and instill values and morals in that child. All right.
Okay.
So if you fail, it is the duty of the parents to protect a child, protect your child from harm, from meeting or associating with people that are not that do not have the same kind of values upon which you have instilled in your child. Because when they go out there, the tendency there are good and bad and ugly children out there, good and bad and ugly behaviors, and you cannot prevent. By the time they start going out there, leaving home, beginning from when they start going to school, you can't be there with them at every given point in time. So if you fail in any of these areas of providing for your children, either by nurturing them, giving them school fees, providing their fees for them, feeding them, ensuring that they are fed, because that's your duty as well. You are neglecting
the
them.
child, okay?
Yes, and they get to that age, that teenage, they become teenagers, and you cannot provide any of these things, and it gets to a point when they feel they have to hustle for themselves.
So what
they
about,
have to try to make ends meet?
Is it right to tell the
themselves.
child that?
So that's negligence.
Is it right to talk to a child that you would have loved to provide for the child when you don't have? Is it right to talk to the child to make him or her understand
your
that,
situation?
yes, that the money is not there, you would have loved to. Is it right?
Yes,
to do
of
so?
course it is right.
Okay.
It is right. Yeah, but that's why we say when as parents, when you have a relationship with your child, you talk. Not only good times, bad times, you talk to your children. Your children see you, they know what is going on. When you go out and come back, you are struggling to provide for them. They see it, even if you don't tell them. So it is good, yes. Like you said, you sit them down. Okay, this is the situation. I'm trying, I'm on it. Yes, okay, like it's time to enroll WAEC. The money, I haven't gotten it. And time is going, it's almost getting late. Yes, you own your child such explanations. You sit them down. A child that is already grown enough to enroll for WAEC is no more than a child. At least it has is beginning to, the brain is functioning, sense of reasoning. Exactly. So you sit them, let them see your plight, know what you are going through, and that you are making efforts.
Okay.
Yeah. So at that point, you see some of them will like, okay, if my parents are struggling, my dad or my mom is struggling so much, okay, let me able to assist by going to sell pure water or going to sell oranges, going to sell banana, hawk them, just to be able to assist my parents, since they are struggling so hard, like that.
Would you encourage hoarding?
No, I don't.
Okay, probably have a shop to sell, right?
I don't. Hawking is considered child abuse.
Okay.
I don't encourage.
Okay, but the check and sell.
Because I don't believe in. It is the duty of a parent to take care of their child. So don't give the child the responsibility, your responsibility. Don't put it in the shoulders of your child by carrying whatever, giving them to go hawk out there where they'll be exposed to some kind of abuse.
We've seen some children say, okay, I'm hawking this because my parent cannot provide for me. I'm only doing this to assist my mom or my father my father.
Yes.
So, but you wouldn't subscribe to hawking.
No, I don't.
So how would the child now support their parents?
No, children are meant to support their parents by obeying them, and listening to their counsel, and staying out of trouble.
Okay.
Because when your parents are undergoing some kind of challenges and you go out there trying to want to help yourself or help your parents, nobody sent you to help your parents. It is not the duty of a child to, as we're talking about children that are not of age, that have not gotten to 18 and they don't have jobs. I'm not talking about grown men or grown adults that are working. That's different. We're talking children here. That's juveniles, all right? That are still in school. That's who we are talking about here. No, it is not the duty of the child to assist their parents in that aspect. Okay,
are there other ones?
So it is the best way you can assist your parents is to stay out of trouble, stay out of crime. Don't try helping yourself or helping your parents by going into crime. Or it's like the girls will tell you, okay, some of them young, you meet them with different men, and they will tell you they are poor and they are giving you excuses. So I do it to assist. No, nobody
sent you to do so.
You that can, yes. And if there are parents out there that encourage children to do this, it is wrong. Please don't encourage your child. Yes. We talked about alcohol. It also leads them, out of frustration. They go, be friends with the bottle and start taking alcohol, and before you know it, they start smoking and ingesting all manner of drugs.
Okay, let's look at another one.
So yeah, I also talked about low self-esteem. That can also, low self-esteem is one of them. When a child cannot afford, the parents of a child cannot afford to provide for them what they ought to have at their age. We don't forget that the growth of a child is in stages. So at every stage, you know.
But I'm thinking that boils down to also communicating with that child. You know, to make the child understand that the fact that if there is no money, so the child will not feel bad, and also make him understand the situation of life generally. That even if he's not working today, he can work tomorrow.
Yes, you teach them how the little you have, they should appreciate it.
Being contented. Okay,
yes, that's content. Yes, teach them how to be, because when they are contented, then they won't want to do beyond what their parents can give to them at a particular point in time.
Not that I'm taking you back, but since we are looking at the topic, preventing your child involvement in crime, sometimes you will see our child behaving somehow, exhibiting criminal attitude. We've seen intense attitude, even within us, even at home. We've seen that happen. I did ask you, where do they learn that from? You said it's hereditary. I don't know. I'm not putting words into your mouth, but
I say at times.
Not at times. Okay, not all the time.
Not all
like
the time.
Like father, like son. Okay, but so what would lead a child to behave that way? And what are the things to do to prevent such a child not increase? Because sometimes they will do that and get away with it. The parents will just feel it's normal. The mother will pamper the child by stealing in their home. What is your take on that?
When, of course, children everything starts gradually.
Okay.
Parents are meant to watch over their children and see them when they are having this, at a point when they start developing different. Every child had the tendency of developing a strange attitude when they go out and come back, even as small as they are in nursery. They go out and come back, they've seen their mates in class portray some attitude that they were not taught. All right, that they were not taught. They come back home, they begin to because they've seen another child do that.
Okay.
A child goes to school and comes back, he saw in class another child spitting at another child. Or pinching another child.
Okay.
You didn't teach your child that. He or she doesn't know what that is, but he went to school and saw that happen. So when he comes home, you want to practicalize it. So what do you do as a parent when you notice the child goes and comes back and you notice that maybe with the help, maybe not you directly, probably you are so busy you are not home, and the child begins to spit on the house help, or begin to pinch them, or begin to step on them,
and without apology.
Yes. Because the child is testing grounds to see how you will react. They are wise.
Children mind look at how the parent reacts.
Oh yes.
Okay.
So it is left for you to stop it. You at that time, if necessary, you spank, you talk, whatever necessary. You stop the child from. Let the child know, no, that's wrong. You don't do that. Even before the child start talking, they hear you.
Even before the child.
Before they start talking.
They hear you.
Yes, you've been talking. They are growing up. Their brain is developing. Yes. So they hear you. You tell them, no, don't do that. It's wrong. When you keep talking and talking and talking, they are not stopping. Then you can take a small cane and fling it around the legs or somewhere. Let them know that this particular one that you are doing is wrong. What am I saying? That's how you start. When I just use that as an instance. So when maybe if he's stealing, same thing. They will have gone out there and see that yes, somebody picked pockets, or start picking things and like that. Or the person will come and say, oh, okay, this is money. You see that you came to school, your classmate came with so much money beyond ordinary. Tell you, I went to my daddy's wallet, I took it, and he didn't know. You get it? Another day, the same child or someone else will come with money as well, and say, I took it from my mommy's purse. She didn't notice. So you will be like, oh, the child will be like, oh, really? Maybe parents will let me also try it and see. Then you as a parent, you notice that money is beginning to miss from your pocket, from your wallet, from your bag, or you kept something somewhere. is disappearing. You find out, it's your home, you find out what is going on.
What is
If
going
they are
on?
your children, find out who is doing what, and you treat it immediately. You put things in order.
So what you're saying is that children pay more attention on the parents' reaction. What parents' reaction?
They watch, yes, they watch the reaction, yes, how you react to what they do.
Wow.
So you start from, that's why it's always better you deal with these things from the start, from the beginning, when they are small, so that they don't have to grow with it. If you neglect it and you allow them grow with it, then it will almost be too late. Then they become adults, and with that character that they have started from as infants, or rather as children, let's say from primary school, they started that. They've gone through the secondary school, and now they are in the university. So tell me, if you didn't stop it at that time, they went through all the way through secondary school, you didn't stop it. Is it in the university level, or when they have become graduates, that you can stop it? It has grown with them, it has matured with them. Do you get? So when you notice this criminal intent from your child, as a parent from home, you have to start working on them, and from onset, because what you didn't prevent from your child when they are growing up, it will be hard and difficult for you to prevent them from doing it when they are grown. We were discussing just before we got into the studio, when you have children, you are not, as a parent, you are not interested in knowing who their friends are. You know, you should be interested in who your child is friends with. And encourage them to bring them home, so that you use your second eye to look at them.
So whether they
very well to
even
see
if it's
the
a
behavior.
female,
Can
you bring a male friend home? If it's a female,
it could be male or female, as in just friends, not not
that's
having
what I'm trying
anything.
to say. Just friends.
There are children growing up. They grow up together, the male and female. They are growing up with nothing. Yes, why not?
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
But that is why, as parents, you have to monitor. That's what I'm saying. You have to monitor them to know the kind of relationship they are having, and who they are, who those people are, and how much influence they have on your child.
And you have to react.
Yes.
Immediately.
When they come home, you invite them home. You see how they play, what they do, what do they do. Also, that's another thing. You watch, not that you come and do like a soldier and stand and be watching what they are doing. No, stylishly. They are there watching. You are in your room, they are in the living room watching TV, or they are in their room. Or they are in their room playing games or whatever. Just come to the door, eardrop at what are they what is their conversation? What are they discussing? Or you peep, what are they doing? Even if they are watching a movie, what are they watching? Do you understand? So that you start from there, so that you can correct them. If that child you feel has too much negative influence on your child, then you call your child to order. Oh, this is your friend. Oh, it's okay. You're not with force. You tell them what you have noticed and why you are saying what you are saying. I noticed such thing in these streets. I don't want you to be a part of this. You counsel your child to be on the watch and be careful, so that person will not put your child in trouble. So if you allow them to grow without knowing who they are close to, who they are friends with, and the people now lead them to some kind of crime, and you are not aware, and they grow, then at that time that's when it's already almost too late, if it's not too late already. And that's when you who are you friends with? Who are these your friends who put you in trouble? That's when you now start exercising authority when it's late. No, you don't do that. The child will even tell you, who are you to tell me? Are you the one to choose my friends for me? Because when you were supposed to watch over them and help them, guide them,
you neglected it
to choose who they are friends with. Yes, you weren't there. Just like you rightly said, you neglected them at that point, and they grew with such group of people, and now they are grown, and they are those people have led them to some kind of crime. And then you'll be crying when it's late already. You'll be running from pillar to post looking for solution.
And prayer house.
Exactly.
I'm not against prayer.
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. Prayer is good. We are not, none of us, you know how we are. We are prayerful people. We are not against prayers, but there are things that you don't just rely on prayers. You have to do the work. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you have to do the work and do the right thing.
Now, looking at the rate of crime and the man people that are involved. I know this time around may not be the children this time. But anytime you watch these criminals being arrested, these alleged criminals, most times what they do say is that, oh, there is no money. That's what 99% of them always say. There is no money to take care of my children. There is no money to take care of my children. Now let me ask this: would you subscribe to the fact that the rate of crime these days is as a result of parents not bringing their child in the way, or is it because of the peer group? Because I know it's possible for a parent to train up the child, give all their best.
Then the child will still do
the child. Yeah, I don't know. I stand to be corrected, but
yes.
I feel
right.
so.
Yeah.
Some parents will do all they can, shout, beat, do all manner of things in quote just to train the child. But yes, I've seen children that the parent would send them to school. They still not go to school. They still go and misbehave. So would you think? Do you think it's about the peer group or the parent that are not doing the thing they should do?
It's 50-50.
It's 50-50. Okay.
Yes. Like you rightly emphasized, there are parents that try a lot. They do well. They as in they really try. All right, to bring up their children. But when the children go out there, they meet different kind of people. That is why, even when every stage of your child's life, follow them up.
Every stage,
follow them up, monitor them.
Every stage doesn't include the age you're talking about.
When I say stage, yes,
is the age that refers.
Yes,
okay.
That's different categories: 0 to 5 years, 6 to 8 years, 9 to 12. That's adolescent age. Yes, puberty, exactly. Then from 13, that's teenagers. When they are 13 to 19 or 20 now, then from 21, then I consider them young adults. Okay, they are adults. You can see that time they will tell you, I'm an adult now. I'm above 18. I'm above 21.
I know what I'm doing.
But at that point, I call them young adults. Still keep an eye
on them.
Yes, on them. All right, until they have grown to the age where they have, normally by the time they are graduated and they are working and they are beginning to like really mix up with people and meet people, getting different kind of experience, learning, and at least then, yes. But still, even at that, it doesn't still stop you as a parent from parenting is still that. Parenting is still that. Even after they have settled down.
Parenting till death.
Till death, yes. Yes, even after they have married.
You should still be parenting.
Not that you will not be the one. At that point, of course, they are old enough. By the time they have decided to get married, they've made their choices and all that. But of course, they could still come to you for one or two counsel. Or something may be going wrong in the home, and you have to intervene. To say, no, you are not my child. Either you are the son or the daughter is your child. No, you are not doing right. This is how you should do. That's the role of parents.
So, listen, in case you're just tuning in, you're onto the program Homemaker, and of course we are looking at the topic preventing your child involvement in crime. All right, so and of course my guest, she said a lot of things when it has to do with child upbringing. Of course, you're looking at child involvement in crime. My guest, of course, is a well-known specialist when it comes to child upbringing, home development, marriage counselor, and so on. Mrs. Elizabeth Samsedi.